So I've been playing the Chinese version of NIKKE for a few hours, and I wanted to make a video talking about the two things that have pissed me the most so far when it comes to this version specifically. There is three things actually. But before we start, as usual, hello there nerds, welcome back to the Waifus. I'm Sefhi, your favorite gambling addict. Today's topic, NIKKE CN. And of course, I wanna lower a little bit the music right there. I wanna talk about three things that are kinda pissing me off, that are really good, that we need to get in global. Before we start, leave a like, subscribe, help me grow the channel, and thank you to all my patrons for making this content possible. Love you all bastards. So, let's start with the easiest one that's like, whatever, you know, if we don't get this, it's fine, but it's also pretty good. A lot of mission passes in NIKKE are not good. The skins suck. That's the reality, okay? Now, the Chinese pass is changed a little bit. It's the same amount of pulls, but you are guaranteed an SSR because molds are guaranteed SSRs, by the way. We'll talk about that on a second. And there is different tiers. So let's say you want to buy the mission pass in global. You pay 20 bucks and you get everything, right? But a lot of times the skin, it's a bad skin. This skin is not a good skin, right? It sucks. Did I get it? Yes. Is it bad skin? Yes. But sometimes I want the pulls, but I don't want to spend 20 bucks for this. So what China has done is separated the battle pass into two tiers. Usually I dislike layered battle passes, but in this case it's pretty good because for less than $10 you are getting 25 pulls per mission pass. This is way better than almost any offer we have in the shop. And then if you wanted to buy everything, the deluxe pass, you will be getting the 25 pulls plus of course the guaranteed mold and the skin. This is a lot better in my opinion than what we currently have, and I will say that I prefer this over the current system that we ourselves have. The second thing I want to talk is about loading times, because guys, you all know how slow NIKKE is, and in order to demonstrate this, I'm just gonna close the game and I'm gonna reopen so you guys can see this in action, okay? You all know how slow our normal NIKKE version can be. This game is 1,000 times faster. Yes, of course, it still takes time, but how many of you literally will open NIKKE and will go do something else? Because you know it's gonna take 3-4 minutes to like actually load everything, right? Now, let's wait until this starts loading, and as you can see, in fact, you can even start counting since I press the button if you want, and it's still less time than what it will take our normal NIKKE client to load in and do everything. So you get these two screens. You go directly into loading with our favorite girl, Rapapi, right here. You get the login message, and that's it. That was our two screens for loading. You're in. There you go. Again, you can compare this to like a normal, the PC version, and of course the mobile version as well. How long is going to take to actually get you in? That's the second thing. The amount of trash code shift tab has to have for NIKKE to be this slow, while the Chinese version has no issue loading in, is disgusting. Some people, before you type, oh Sefhi, it might be the anti-cheat. They use the same anti-cheat, ACE, easy anti-cheat or whatever it's called. Now, the other thing that is minor, but I might talk about it later, it's frames and titles. The amount of frames and titles they have, the Chinese version is already a lot better, and it's not only buying titles and buying frames that you only get for the raids or for free. It's actually titles that are pretty cute for pre-registering, for doing achievements, etc. So we got this one for pre-registering on WeGame. We also have the one that is from TapTap. There is like a lot of different ones. There is like 3 or 4 more already that I forgot to show or take a screenshot, but it is what it is. And now, let's talk about the main topic for this video. Those 3 things are whatever. Cosmetics, we don't care. Battle Pass with layer rewards, whatever. You know, some people might like it, some people might dislike it. I personally like it because I would be buying these pulls always. But I don't care about 90% of the skins NIKKE releases because they are pretty bad unless they are the gacha skins. And then loading times, I think we all can agree loading times are good no matter what. This is another frame, this is another title, sorry, not frame, as you can see, pretty cute for pre-registering with TapTap. There's a few more that I don't know if I will even be able to show here. I don't think I have them, unlucky. But yeah, those 3 things are, you know, 50-50. Let's go about the main topic for this video. Molds. Molds in this game are guaranteed. Now, I said this, that I was gonna be waiting to see if this was on the final version or not, because the global beta for NIKKE had something similar, but they ended up changing it. When you get the mold in the Chinese version of NIKKE, you cannot lose. There is no SRs. Now, you can lose a mold, and instead of getting an SR character, you have a 39% chance of getting 12 of those pieces right here. These pieces, when you get 50, it's a guaranteed SSR. By the way, this asset, this art has been in the NIKKE Global since release. They just never bothered to use it. But this is a 100 guaranteed SSR mold on a 4% for every character. They have less characters right now. So when we talk about quality of life, there are certain things that we need to get. This is not a matter of when we're getting it or maybe they cannot do it, Sefhi. No, we've been playing 2.5 years. How many of you have opened 5, 6, 7 malls in a row and got nothing on our SSR malls that are like what, 61% right now? How many of you have opened literally tens of malls and got nothing, bro, or just one SSR? And now here they are guaranteed. And it's like, yeah, sure, there is some quality of life that it's, you know, it's literal quality of life that is not mandatory. For example, towers in here, they can auto progress. I click, as you can see on the bottom, right here, this button, you guys can see what I'm clicking. This is for auto progression, and this will basically mean that when you finish a level, it will go to the next one automatically and progress until you fail. That's like literally a quality of life. That doesn't matter if we get it or not. It would be nice, but it's not something that will, you know, make or break an account. But the guaranteed mall over 2.5 years, it does fuck you up. Imagine the amount of characters every free-to-play account, not even wells or spenders, most free-to-plays have lost overall. It is retarded. It is just disgusting in my opinion that this is not in the global version. But yeah, there is a bunch of different things I want to talk about for the Chinese version, a bunch of character kits that are different and are better here. Admi is better, Miranda is better, Novel is better, N102 is better, so many different characters are better. I want to talk about that. I'll make separate videos when I go in depth into the kits to make sure I'm understanding their skills. That said, just want a short video before I go to bed because it's almost 6 AM guys. I'm too tired. I'm gonna go pass out. I love you all. Do let me know how you feel about the molds being 100% and if you think Shift Up will bring any of these to global or not. That said, I'm out. Love you all bastards. Good luck with your pool dinner rates. Until the next one.